counting the.
Cost of being a nurse in a third world country.
Oh, great. So, why did you go there?
Why did I go to Philippines?
Yep. Instead of staying in your country.
Yep. Oh, for me, it was basically the need. Here in the Philippines, there's less medical care. So there was a bigger opportunity to be useful to people. Um, I live on the island of Palawan, so it's toward the south of the Philippines, and I actually live up in the mountains, so it's an indigenous tribal people. So they have basically no medical care up in their villages in the mountains. They have to either walk however many hours, like 2 to 12 hours, to get to the hospitals in the lowlands, or come to the clinic. So yeah, huge opportunity to be helpful.
Oh, so it was more of their need, not your need.
Yeah. Well, no, my need too, to be honest, because I feel like fulfilled if I'm helping people. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it makes me happy to do stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, it goes both ways, but I think
Yeah,
what initially drove you wasn't just saying, "Oh, I need to serve so I can feel better." It's more of, I think they need somebody.
yeah, they
Uh,
need somebody.
yeah. So I have another question. So does that mean you have medical equipments and medications and all these supplies?
Yes, we have a clinic up here. It's mostly donated medicines or medicine that we buy here in the Philippines. We have a little bit of like diagnostic stuff, like I have an ultrasound machine that works off of an iPad. Um, right? We can do a few things like we can check urine, and we can do a hemoglobin, and that's about it. Malaria, typhoid test.
Oh, I see. So there are something simple they can use.
Yeah, there's some simple things.
I see. Another question.
Mm.
So I know there are a lot of nurses in the Philippines too. So so your presence as an American nurse, how is it special in the sense that you're adding more uh things on the table, so to speak?
Yeah. Um, the Palawano native people are looked down a little bit just on general society, just because, well, for instance, most of them don't read. They haven't gone to school. They don't even speak the local language that's used in the lowlands. They speak a tribal, so it's hard to communicate just with the average Filipino.
Okay.
So yeah, those are some of the reasons it's good.
Oh, I guess they are very limited in their own access to medical supplies and
Yeah,
information and all these, even the workers there, because I guess even Filipinos would not invest as much as they should in that part of the world.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes.
I see. So, what triggered you to go to the Philippines, not to any other parts of the world?
I had applied to several different positions in different countries, and the one in the Philippines, they called me back like the next day, and they were they were really in need of a nurse like right away. They had a nurse that was working here, but she was going to be in the States for a break for a year, and so they needed someone to come and take her place while she was gone. So
So
I
how?
guess they got to me first, and the need was greatest.
So was it your friend that contacted you?
No, actually didn't know the other nurse until I got here.
So you were like searching online and you just found it.
Yeah, yeah. Like I applied to several. Like mine's Adventist Frontier Mission, so it's an umbrella. It has different missions underneath it. So I was
Ah.
applying to different ones like that.
Oh, okay. So you were working with the organization that would put you at places where they would need workers, and that's the
Yeah.
place they contacted you first.
Yes, correct.
I see. Wow. So, what do you feel when people constantly ask you why are you over there instead of staying with your family?
Um, well, I guess I kind of feel that if they could be here and they could see, they could see what I see, they would understand. Like, we have some patients that hike from 12 hours away to get to the clinic to get help. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's huge need, and like their houses are like bamboo and like a grass thatched roof. Um, yeah, like just clinging to the side of these mountains. So like I don't know, like if they could be here and see, I think they would understand. Like I miss my family a lot, but I mean they're okay. Like they have medical care they can get to very fast.
Oh, you. Oh, so over there you have access to those things, medical cares and stuff.
No, in the States, I mean they have access. My family has access to
Ah,
medical
they
care,
have it over
but
there, not here.
yeah, but these people no.
Ah, they don't. They don't have. Oh, what you're saying is they have it over there, but they don't have it over here. So I should be here
Yes, correct.
to help them. So how long have you been there?
5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So okay, actually that's very interesting because I've been running my English teaching business and my own home.
Okay.
After I quit my teaching profession at a private Christian school. So it's been a journey and it's been very it's been such an adventure for me to start a business and see it grow, and it's more stable now, and it's on a more upward spectrum at this point.
Hmm.
So how was your experience chronologically speaking, year by year?
Oh man. Wow. Okay. So first year here, I was a new grad nurse. So I had to learn a ton. Like I had to learn the local tribal language as well as like how the clinic works. We don't have tropical diseases in the States where I learned nursing, so all like malaria and typhoid and dysentery, all of that was new. Like what the disease looks like and how to treat it, kind of ideas. So that was my first year, like hang on and try and learn a ton, basically. And then from that, it got a little bit easier. Like once you can speak the language and talk to people, then you can actually make friends with the people, start to really know who they are, not just do you have a headache or not, kind of thing.
Instead of randomly guessing what their problem is.
Right? Please point to where you hurt. Yeah.
Oh.
um, and then now there's two nurses, me and the other nurse. So we have a little bit more free time. So now we're trying to like improve what we offer. So we're trying to do more like education. So like I'm trying to start a birthing center so the women can come and give birth. They have some practices they do here that are like they've had for a long time, like very traditional but kind of risky for the women. So we're trying to do a lot of education and also just education on what they can do for themselves, like drink water. And, you know,
Mm.
the more they can do for themselves, the better.
Wow. Actually, my wife is expecting a baby girl to be born
Oh,
this month or next month. And when you said the word birth center, wow, birth center, because
yeah.
many Koreans here are treating me like a uncivilized person when I say, yeah, we're going to a birth center, not to a hospital, and they say you're crazy. And they say,
Oh, huh.
do you have a doctor over there? And no, she's a midwife. She's a nurse. She has experienced 1,000 children so far, so you're not too worried about it. But
Exactly.
people still say, "Oh, there's no doctor, and in case of emergency, horrible things are going to happen." But the thing is, in the animal kingdom, nobody's freaking out about a baby coming out, so I don't know why people are freaking out all the time. But anyway,
Yeah.
so why birth center? What triggered you to start doing that?
Um, Partly because people would come to us, like they wait, like generally they'll have their babies at home and only come if they have a problem. So we needed a center where we could do more. And then the more we saw of their births, the more we saw like, oh, like for instance, they don't want the mom to move around at all. She's just supposed to lay on her back the whole time. And they do really hard fundal pressure on the top of her uterus, which can cause hemorrhage just from pressure. So yeah, so the more we like we're at birth, the more we're like, wow, we need like education. So
Wow, that's complete opposite of what it's supposed to be.
yeah, exactly.
Wow. So you witnessed it and you said, "Oh, I'm gonna start something."
Yeah.
I see. So I guess you saw more problems were just flooding in, and then you realized they need to really change their lifestyle choices, and that's why you probably started educating people. So do you
Yes.
see any progress?
A little bit, yes. More people are coming. We started like prenatal, so we can teach them before they're in pain,
Oh,
and more people are coming to those. And even some of the cases now, like we're starting to get some births that are just normal. Like they're coming to us sooner before, like just they wait until the last minute, everything's bad, help us. So yeah, a little bit. It's getting better.
oh, I see. So they used to like push their uterus, and then they had moms to just lie on the back, which increases a lot of pain and discomfort and all these
Yeah,
things. And but they have been educated and they're experiencing better result outcome.
yeah.
I see. So, how was your childhood? What what has been going on in your mind that you wanted to leave your country and serve in a foreign country as a nurse?
As a nurse. From my childhood, well, I always wanted to be a nurse as far as from as young as I can remember. I think my mom programmed me. um, but then I read a whole bunch of stories about different countries, and the more I read about like just the different ways people think and the different ways they live and do things, like, that really piqued my interest, and I wanted to be able to see what that was like and to learn like a different perspective
Oh, I
on
see.
life.
What do you mean your mom programmed you?
because because like as far back as I can remember, I've wanted to be a nurse like as far back as I can remember. So I think maybe my mom like helped me like, oh, maybe you should be a nurse when I was really little, like stick the idea in my head.
So you don't even remember where you got started with this.
Exactly.
Is your mom a nurse?
No, she's not.
So does she enjoy like helping people and stuff?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, so what are the
Yeah,
things
she
that
enjoys helping.
you saw in her?
At home.
Uh-huh.
Mm, well, she read us a lot of books, like about different countries, like France, and we read about Korea a little bit and China a little bit, and yeah, just helping me see that the world was bigger than just my house and my neighborhood and my little city.
Wow. So she's very open to other cultures and
Yeah,
other ways of life. I see.
yeah.
So, did you experience support or did you experience opposition when you were about to get out?
It was mostly support. My parents were supportive. They thought it was a good idea. My twin brother was kind of like, "Nah, I don't know if you're gonna be safe," but but he's kind of come around
Okay.
to the idea.
I see. So, what about your friends, nursing students?
Nursing students, they were really supportive. I was surprised because after graduation, we all like we posted like, "Oh, I got a job working in this department. This is what I'm doing," right? To keep right keep up on each other's lives. And so mine was kind of like really random. Like I went to the Philippines and worked in a tiny little clinic, right? And I was kind of surprised. Like people were actually very supportive. Like they're interested in hearing what I do. Like we still swap stories. Like even though my stories are about malaria and theirs are like surgery patients, like there's still a lot of common ground.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
see.
we
Oh,
can still talk a lot.
oh, that's very interesting. But definitely, it's not common for a nursing student to go abroad, right?
No, most of my friends are still in the area we graduated in.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, when you were studying nursing, your dream to go abroad has been always in your mind.
No, well, sort of, yeah, like in the back of my mind. Like maybe sometime in the future when I've been a nurse for several years and I know what I'm doing. But I wasn't planning to go like right straight out of nursing school. But that's just kind of how it worked out.
Oh, I see. And before you got accepted to nursing school, how did you prepare yourself? Did you read more books about it? How did you do it?
Preparing. Yeah. Um, yeah. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. I kind of did a lot of little learning. Like I took nurse's aid. That's just ground level care. So that gave me some training. I studied midwifery in India for a year, so that was a little bit of training. And then prepping up for nursing school, like you have to take a bunch of science classes. So I just tried, like I tried to learn classes that weren't really nursing as good as I could, because I guess I feel like the more information you know, even if it doesn't directly relate, eventually you're going to find a way where you're like, oh, I'm glad I know that. I need that piece of information. So just trying
Oh,
to do my best, I guess, even with like just generals and undergrad.
oh. So you didn't stick to just science. You took other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And can you tell me a little bit more about India? Your training there?
Yeah, sure. India, I got an opportunity to work with a midwife. She's from America, but she was training nationals, so like Indian Nepali students. And then I just got tagged on there because I was lucky. um, but what she did is she taught us like from a book for 6 months, so like anatomy and physiology and just the process of birth. And then we went out into the village and started helping the local like it'd be like government stations, just seeing like what like basic stuff like doing wound care and bandages, just getting to know the people. And then the more and more we started to meet people, the more pregnant women. So then we started prenatals, like we do all the prenatals and then they wouldn't call us for the birth. And so we'd be
Really?
like, oh yeah.
What?
But because we were new, like they didn't really trust us or
Ah.
know who we were. Right.
Oh, I
But
see.
but as time went by, more and more people called for
Oh,
actual deliveries. Yeah. And then once you start getting deliveries, you get more experience, and the more experience, then the more able to help
oh.
people.
So the lady was also gaining new experience there, or was she already familiar with that
She
practice?
was she was already familiar. Yeah,
Ah, but
just
it
us
took time
students.
for them to trust
Yeah,
you.
it's kind of yeah to trust us.
Oh, I see. I heard in India they have bunch of children and most people do natural
Yeah,
delivery. Is that true?
yeah, that's true.
Because I know a Canadian mom that had twins and it was like this, the head the other
Uh
way,
huh.
and most doctors would just say, okay, let's cut it open. But this medical doctor has experience delivering a lot of, having the mom deliver a lot of children in India or something, so she knew how to do it naturally. So it's
Nice.
very normal for Indian moms to do natural way, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's very normal.
I see. So, does that mean when you, if you happen to open your own birth center, you can actually run it
Yeah.
with the experience that you've gained so far?
Yeah, yeah, with the experience I've gained so far. But I mean, there's always more to learn. You always run into something you're like, oh, I've never seen this before.
But generally, with most of the cases, you can handle them.
Yeah, generally with most. Yeah.
Wow.
And part of the training is knowing what you can't handle and what you need to, like,
Ah.
yeah, what you need to help them be able to get to a hospital for.
Oh, I see. So you don't try to hold on to them when you can't even handle
No.
it.
Uh-uh.
I see. So, so what are the things that expecting moms should be aware of when they're determined to do natural ways, but they may not know exactly what it takes?
um, I guess I would start with eating healthy, like the more natural, like rice and vegetables and fruit, as opposed to like pop and sugar,
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that. That
Uh-huh.
helps. Getting exercise actually helps a lot,
Oh.
because the more fit you are, the
Uh-huh.
more stamina for labor.
Mm.
Um, so drinking water, that's a big one on my ladies here.
Mm.
Nobody drinks water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very little, like 3 cups a day.
Oh.
But yeah,
Wow. So getting the lifestyle choices back to
yeah,
ideal would be
yeah.
what was needed the most. What about during the delivery? I've been studying different things about breathing and husband support, being a doula and all these things.
Yeah, breathing is good. I found it good, like if they walk around, like change, like they can lie down for a while, they can
Ah,
stand, they can sit on a chair. Yeah,
keep
yeah.
switching
Move,
positions.
keep keep switching. Exactly.
Mm.
Movement helps.
And don't
Um,
push when you don't need to push.
right. Exactly. Wait till you're ready, and
Oh,
eat. Because
oh,
here they won't eat or drink water necessarily, and if the
oh.
labor's really long, they get tired.
Ah,
So
keep eating,
yeah, keep eating,
keep drinking,
keep drinking.
keep breathing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like running a marathon. Like if you run a marathon, you wouldn't not drink any water.
I see. So, do you remember the perfect specimen of a mom that delivered the child super smoothly? That she did everything just right. Do you remember those cases?
Yeah, yeah, I remember some.
So she did exactly all those things.
Yeah, yeah, move around, eat during labor. Yeah.
I see. Wow. So, what are your schedule? Like daily.
Mm, daily. I get up at like 5, and then the clinic opens at 8. If we have like, because sometimes patients will sleep here if they're sick enough, inpatients. So we see them first, and then everyone else who comes, so our outpatients, they usually, just because how the building's set up and how the culture is, they like wait on the porch. So then we'll see them one by one until until we're done. So somewhere between like 3 and 5 in the afternoon. And then it depends. If we have inpatients, we come back at night to check on them. If not, we can go home and sleep. So it depends who we have, how sick they are.
Oh, I see. So sometimes there are people that are staying in the clinic overnight.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes.
I see. I mean, they walk 12 hours, so they gotta sleep somewhere, right?
Right, exactly.
So, who is funding the clinic? The government or the local government?
Yeah, we get some, like the Philippines has a good program for like malaria testing. So malaria tests come from them. A lot of it's just donations. Like I have friends that will be like, "Hey, what do you need?" So they'll send money or actual medicine. So a lot of it we just buy here at local pharmacies.
I see. I've been listening to. I translated a health lecture last week, and then I just was blown away by these mental patients, mentally sick patients, or these people that had chronic problems with their bones and cancer, all these things. They when they begin to think positively, when they begin to call upon the source of power of love or hope, all these things, like 10,000 times a day, their whole body began to be wired differently,
Hmm.
and then they were able to sleep, a long time, and they began to think clearly and talk to people. Some people couldn't move their arms, but they began to move, and all these mental problems went away, and conflicts began to be resolved, all these things. Do you see the need to deal with the mental issues there also?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We've had some cases where the person just kind of freaked out, like they just freaked out, like they just lost it, just like a lot of crying, wanting to run away. Yeah. No, definitely. There's definitely a big mental health need here too.
So how do you deal with those people that are struggling with their mental problems, or those people that are covering up, but the huge problem is from the mind?
Yeah. Yeah. Those are really hard cases. I try and spend time with them, like just show them like here's someone to listen, someone that's caring. Yeah, I try and be available. So like if they come by and wake me up in the middle of the night, I try and still be kind, like
Oh, I see.
nice, even though I'm tired, even though it's not convenient.
I
Yeah.
see. So you don't feel like your health is going down or anything because you're working hard, or do you feel like you're rejuvenating and actually feeling better?
I've actually learned I have to be careful because I worked so hard and for so long here that I'm really, really close to burnout. Like, I almost had to go home. So I've kind of learned that even though like there's a lot of patients and a lot of stuff's going on, that I still have some control over things, and the part I do have control, I need to like be careful. Like for instance, like if the patients are taken care of, but like the paperwork's not done, the paperwork can wait, and I can go home and sleep. Yeah, I've had to learn like hard lessons like that. Like where can I help myself so that I'm still here to help the people later?
Oh, just don't be so strict when your body is just breaking
Yeah,
apart.
yeah, yeah.
Do,
Everybody needs rest.
have them do the paperwork the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Wow. So, how good is your language?
Pretty good at the clinic. Like yeah, I can get my point across. Like they understand what I'm saying, and pretty much I understand what they're saying. Out of the clinic, it's like a little bit different vocabulary, so I struggle harder out there. But
Wow. So you're going strong in your local language in the clinic.
yeah, in the clinic, yeah,
Oh, I see. So you learned from people, right?
yeah, I learned from people.
It's not like you took any classes or anything.
No, it's not a written language, so the only way to learn it is to go and talk to people. Like point, what's that? What's that?
Wow.
Let them correct you. Oh, you said that wrong. Say it like this.
Wow. So is there a medical doctor over there, or you are the ultimate authority over there, pretty much?
At our clinic, it's just nurses. We don't have a doctor. We're hoping to get one, but right now it's just us. But if we send people to the hospital, there's doctors down there.
Oh, so how far is the hospital?
It's 2 hours walking from me.
Oh, walking. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess.
because
Oh,
there's no roads. It's either walking or being carried up here.
wow. I see. So the nurses. Oh, I thought you were the only nurse.
No, there's me and one other girl.
Okay, there were two people. So.
There's two.
Oh, I see. So, um, so that person is from the Philippines?
No, she's actually an American also.
Oh, so Filipino nurses aren't really interested in working there?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. We just haven't been able to get anyone to work here with us yet.
Oh,
So
but
we
general,
have
yeah.
we have some like native students from the Palawan tribe that are just now starting to go to college. So we're hoping that one of them will take nursing and come back and work with us.
I guess it's just that it's been so many years that part of the world hasn't had access to medical uh, service that like you pretty much had to start from the scratch, right?
Yeah,
And it's even difficult for the locals to come up with something like that.
yeah.
I see. So, what's your future plan?
For the future, my plan for the future is to stay here and keep working.
Oh, you want to keep working there?
Oh, yeah.
I see. So, because some people may say, yeah, I want to go abroad and serve a little bit and gain experience and then go back and really start what I always wanted to do. But what you're doing is what you have always wanted to do?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So, if there is a 10-year-old girl that wants to be a nurse, what would you tell her in terms of what she needs to start doing?
I guess I'd tell her to do a lot of reading, like storybooks about nurses to get the idea of what it would be like. I'd tell her to not worry that she doesn't have to be like extra smart to get through nursing school, that really what it counts is hard work. So if you're willing to work hard, she can make it. It's not
Oh,
about being smart. Yeah, I guess I'd tell her to like to keep with that dream, to don't just don't get sidetracked, but to really put like her whole heart into reaching that goal.
oh, I thought you had to memorize a lot of things to pass.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of work.
But you don't need to be super smart. You just need to be diligent.
You just need to be diligent. Yeah.
I see. Wow. Wow, thank you for answering all my questions. I've been very intrigued by your pictures that I've seen and I wonder where you are and now I know where you are. So it's great that you're serving out there and you're you feel satisfied with what you're doing. I see. Wow. Is there anything that you wish you uh learned or did before you came to the Philippines? So
Yeah.
you could have been better equipped. What are those things?
Um, yeah, I think if I could have,
Oh,
sorry, that's
oh,
my internet for you.
oh yeah. I guess people are coming in and using Wi-Fi or something.
No, it just cuts out sometimes.
Oh, okay, okay.
You never know.
Oh, I see, I see. So, so what are the things you wish you could have learned or
Oh, that I wish
picked
I.
up? Uh huh.
Okay. Yeah, I think if I had it to do over again, I would take like a nurse practitioner course. Because they teach you more like how to do diagnosis and
Ah,
treatment.
ah,
Yeah. And stuff like that would be really helpful out here.
nurse practitioners are the people that can prescribe medicine, right?
Yeah, correct.
I see. So you just have to go to your graduate school or something?
Yeah, in a graduate school, like a master's degree program.
Master's degree program. So you
Yeah.
wish you had uh pursued that
Yeah,
program.
because it would just give more tools to be able to work with to be able to help people.
I see. Wow. So the questions are just constantly coming in. So usually I know, for me, my mom paid for my college tuition. Many Asian families do that for their children, and they expect their children to take care of them when they get older. But I know in the Western world, when they hit college age, okay, you're on your own, make your own money, and go
Yeah.
to your own school, pay off your own debt. So
Yeah.
I know in America, when you study, many people take student loans. So so you're also still trying to pay back the student loan and everything.
No, actually, because I went to community college
Uh
and
huh.
I worked. So, and the
Ah.
government helps you a little bit.
Oh, you
So
already
yeah, I was
worked.
able,
Ah.
yeah,
So you don't
I
have
was
to worry
able
about
to
that.
pay it off. No.
Oh, okay. Because I have interviewed doctors and other people and they are still paying off their debt.
Yeah.
But I guess you don't need to worry about
Yeah.
that.
No.
So did you work hard at the time to make sure you don't have to worry about it now?
Yeah, I worked hard before and then I also worked during nursing school too. So I went to school and I worked at the same time.
Oh, I see.
So
Wow, you already got things ready for this moment.
yeah.
Okay, so I have a last question.
Okay.
So people equate materialistic abundance with success, but the more I live, the more I see rich, sick, unhappy, miserable people. Not all, but a lot of them. So far, I think both you and I have experienced a little bit of opposite of that. So, how would you define happiness and success?
Wow, happiness and success. I think for me, it would be being able to be helpful and useful to people around me. Yeah. Yeah. I think that would sum it up.
So, as long as you're healthy enough to be able to help and feel happy about it
Yeah.
and see them
Yeah.
getting better, you're happy.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, yeah, like some of the patients that have come through here, like when you see them hobble in, they can't walk and they're so sick, and then they get well and they're able to walk home, like it's very satisfying to be like, oh, yay.
Oh, wow, I see. So, so, so when people say, "Oh, don't you want to make more money by working at this place?" It doesn't bother you, or it doesn't really make you feel bad, or it doesn't make you regret or anything.
No, yeah, it doesn't make me feel bad or regret.
I guess you're gaining more over there than living the same life everybody else lives.
Yeah.
Oh, I love how your answers are super to the core and just
Sorry, personality trait.
No, but I think it really helps. Is we need more people that are simple and straightforward. Wow, thank you very much, Justina. I really enjoy interviewing you. I feel I can sense how happy and how helpful you have been to other people, and it just makes you're just speaking with a lot of volumes, and I feel very inspired to do the same here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, I'll share it with others that would need this information.
Okay.
Do you think I can interview you again in a few years later to see how
Yeah,
you're doing?
sure. That'd be fine.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you also.
Yeah, I think it's been more than 10 years since I talked to you.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, I'm glad you're happy and you're well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch up a few years later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.